Welcome back. It is 12:45 a.m. Our final interview on today's mid-morning show with me, Julie Ali. And we're going to be talking about a rather serious matter, and that, of course, is stop gender-based violence. We'll be joined by Moses Seaga, Johannesburg District Youth Crime Prevention Desk. He's the P.R.O. Moses, a very good morning. Welcome.
Good day, good day. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm very well, thank you, and good afternoon to the listeners.
Thank you indeed for taking on such serious and necessary work in our community. Let's kick off right away by asking the all-important question. How to prevent, or rather how prevalent is gender-based violence in Johannesburg, particularly amongst the youth? And I'm saying Johannesburg here, but we know that it's a global issue. It's an absolutely global issue, but perhaps you are just honing in here in Johannesburg.
Wow, what a question, hey? So basically, to be quite honest with you, gender-based violence, domestic violence is one of the issues in Johannesburg that is basically spreading very, very, very fast, and it's something that it's it's not even amongst only the youth, but it's something that it's all over because when we also check as young people, we can see that this thing is also starting from home, it's starting from school in a form of a bullying, and then it starts to gravitate to something big. But nonetheless, we can tell you now, or I can tell you now, that Johannesburg on its own has serious cases, and those cases, when you look at them, in most cases, you find that you get them around rural areas or informal settlements where you come across people who, can I say, poverty stricken and with some issues in terms of how things are. They basically things are slow in terms of the progress. But nonetheless, we can safely say we are trying as young people to engage, to create that awareness, especially to young people. So, but yeah, man, it's a serious case that
No,
we're encountering.
absolutely.
And now the reason also that we have such an issue is because of remember that when you speak of gender-based violence or when you speak of domestic violence, it's something that you cannot police because it's
Yeah,
something that's happening within the house.
yeah. And sadly, you've hit you've touched on something very, very important. We've heard many, many instances where when a domestic violence victim goes to the police station to open up a case or report the incident, they get chased away. They are not taken seriously. And perhaps that's one of the biggest issues we have currently. It needs to be classified as a serious crime. Your thoughts,
You are
Moses?
very, we are very much correct on that one. But can I fix something? Because now what we have, because remember, as you crime prevention desk, we are also working with the police. Eh? We work
Right.
very close with the police. But then now I want to change this narrative to say whenever people go to police stations and they try and open cases, no one listens to them. I think in most cases, our job as young people or as the youth crime prevention desk is to educate. Whenever we educate, whenever we educate about the ways in which you need to go and report these cases, you find that people don't take us seriously because there are channels at which you can actually be able to be assisted by the police, you know. But then now we find that people have this narrative that if you're a man, you go and report a case, just because it happened to one person, it doesn't mean that actually something that is happening. So now
Ab-
the problem that we have, or the issue that we have, that I can strongly safely tell you is that the issue is that people they open cases after open cases, after a while, what happens is that they close down those cases. Because remember, you know the power of relationships, the power of
Yeah,
love. A person decides
yeah,
that, oh no, I'm gonna go and close the case because I love this person. I'm gonna go close the case because of this person is the person that provides for us,
sure. Yeah,
you know. So
absolutely.
we
Yeah,
I cannot keep, yeah.
though those dynamics unfortunately does come into play because the woman or the man in that case is very vulnerable. They're probably financially dependent on their partner, and then they being coerced or pressurized into dropping the case. But that having been said, Moses, what are the most common forms of GBV that young people are experiencing or witness in their communities?
Currently, the highest one I can assure you is that it's common assault, where you find people in the shipping parties, taverns. After partying, they get across or they come across whatever that they come across and end up fighting. So those are the issues that in most cases we come across. But now, one of the serious issue that I have is the fact that, within young people, what I've noticed is that these young ones are the ones now who are getting involved in GBV cases, and we don't teach these things, in most cases, because of a simple bullying where a young person beats another person. That on its own is a problem, and that's the form of GBV. That's the start of a GBV.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
what
So, what do
what
you
we are
guys, what do you at the Youth Crime Prevention Desk, how do you engage young people in GBV awareness initiatives? And very especially the bully. What type of messages do you give them so that they can stop this violence against other people?
what we do, or what we have started, and this thing has been something that we've been enrolling for quite some years now. What we are doing is that we are bringing ex-offenders who are very skilled in these things, who know the ins and outs of gangsterism and bullying, to educate them about all of these things. But not only that, we are also engaging with a correctional service where we then do prison tours, where we take these young people whom we believe, or whom the school believes that they are traumatic kids. We take them on a tour so that they can engage with other ex-offenders to see these things, these issues of bullying or these issues of cancer are serious matters that we are faced with. So there's a lot that we do. There's a lot that we engage with. There's people that we speak to, people like the Skim GP, who have knowledge about cancerism, who have knowledge about GBV. We go to the root of it, where we even invite stakeholders such as Lifeline, such as GBV brigades, to be the ones who, because basically, in everything that you do, you need to have people that specializes in these things. So when we bring all the GBV brigades, when we bring Lifeline on board, we know that they're going to go deeper into what GBV is, what domestic violence is, and they're able to get to the root of it.
How can young people contribute to ending GBV in their communities? What should they be doing? And where and how does your organization play a role in assisting them?
So this is what we do. We always encourage young people to say, if you are young and unemployed doing nothing and you want to learn more about all of these issues that we are dealing with, what you can do for us is that visit any police station around you, any local police station, ask for Youth Crime Prevention Desk, ask for Lifeline, and that's where you can volunteer your time, volunteer your energy, just to learn more about it, and may be able to be the one that can advocate also about gender-based violence and all of these issues that we are coming across as young people.
I have no doubt in my mind that you do collaborate with schools and community centers to educate our youth about GBV.
With a lot. Currently, as we speak, we're also collaborating with what we call Sanka Soweto, of which Sanka Soweto is an organization that deals with substance abuse, because we also know that one of the contributors towards GBV is substances.
Mm-hmm.
When one drinks alcohol, feels powerful, feels strong, or whatever, whenever they take drugs, they feel somehow. So now we've managed to do partnership with them, just so that we can go out there and spread the word to say, guys, drink responsibly.
Do young people feel comfortable reporting GBV incidents? And if they're not comfortable, what can you and the organization and other people do to encourage reporting?
That's a very nice question, because now here's what I said to you. Remember, whenever a lot of people go to police stations, they find people who are mean and stuff like that. From whenever they get there. Hence, now we have what we call Youth Crime Prevention Desk. As the Youth Crime Prevention Desk, we have a portfolio that is called VEC, Victim Empowerment Center. So what you do as a young person, you can come and speak to one of the young people and say, I have an issue. And my issue is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've been abused, I've been beaten up, and what can I do? Then that person who's a victim empowerment person will then take that person to a trauma center. The trauma center is called VFR. Our VFR at the police station is the one that's able to assist the victim to open a case. So now we are basically making a free environment or a friendly free environment where a person can be able to open a case without being charged.
So finally, Moses, your organization seems to be doing very good work, and I do hope and pray through your initiatives you are bringing down the numbers on GBV. Are there stats available indicating how effective you are?
Yeah, we do have stats, but currently I didn't come up with my stats because of, there's a lot happening. But we do have stats. I can be able to send it to you guys so that you can see how far we are, what we are doing, and the progress basically. But as we know, these are things that they happen within households. So sometimes we find cases that people can because those cases. But nonetheless, I can be able to send you guys the stats so that you guys can look into it.
Right, we do look forward to that. And finally, my final question for you this morning is, how can people, young and old, get involved with the Youth Crime Prevention Desk to help fight GBV?
So it's simple. Young people between the ages of 18 to 35 can actually go to their nearest police station and ask for youth crime prevention desk within their police station, and they can volunteer their time and they can learn a lot. We are also asking for those who are above 35 to say, you know what, we have what we call CPF within the structure that you can also volunteer to, of which we are working closely with them, because remember, CPF, they're the eyes and the ears of the police. We also get the information from them, and that's how best we can actually assist each other. Remember, partnership is something that is needed within our communities if you want to fight crime-related issues. So anyone who's interested, they can just go to the nearest police station and ask for those two offices, which is your Youth Crime Prevention Desk and your CPF office. And even worse, they can even ask for what we call Social Crime Coordinator, who is responsible for coordinating these two structures within the police station.
Moses, I can't let you go without asking you the all-important question. What has brought you to this type of work? What motivated you to get involved with fighting against GBV issues?
Reality is the fact that when certain things hit home, it's when you realize that you need to do something. And remember, at some point, we always like to point fingers. We love to always point fingers that this one is not doing their work, those one are not doing their work. But the question that we need to ask ourselves is that, what are you doing? So I was sitting down looking at the ceiling and I thought to myself, what am I doing? I can't always sit back and complain. And then I had to go and research, and I found a place called Youth Crime Prevention Desk where I found myself volunteering and doing this immense work that we are doing currently. And every day we are basically growing stronger and stronger and stronger, of which is something that I'm actually proud of, because currently, as we speak, Johannesburg on its own, we can safely say under 42 stations that we have managed to establish more than 38 functional youth crime prevention desks within the stations, of which that shows that there is work that is being done on the ground, and you can see the difference. So that's why we always encourage young people to say, sitting down doing nothing won't assist you. But remember something, I always say, an iron will sharpen another iron. If you're a young person sitting at home doing nothing, go and meet up with other young people, come up with ideas, because that is the place where you are free to do events. That's the place where you are free to come up with initiatives of how to fight crime, how to eradicate all of these things that we are coming across. Stop complaining, do something. Be the change that you want to see happen within your community.
Moses Seaga, I salute you. You are the Johannesburg District Youth Crime Prevention Desk, P.R.O. Thank God for people like you. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you for being on the show this morning. God bless and keep safe.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
It is exactly 1 o'clock. Thank you for your company. From me, Julie Ali, till next week, Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. You can join me once again on the mid morning show. Have a wonderful week going ahead, a week filled with rizik, barakah, and sincerity, respect, and humility. And may Allah give you the strength for another week of fasting and uplifting the downtrodden in and around our spaces. Go well. Assalamu alaikum and Khudafiz from me, Julie Ali.